Hey everyone, this is CoasterCrazy10, and today I thought I'd do a video for you guys. I want to go through my PS2 collection. It's kind of big, so I'm going to be brief with each game, but I want to at least give you my impressions of everything. I know the PS2 is last generation, but I absolutely love the console, and there's so many good games on it, especially if you're into like RPGs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to dive right in, and hopefully I can keep this to as few parts as possible. This is in alphabetical order. The first game is ATV Off-Road Fury 2. I remember playing this I played it to death. I mean, I would have my neighbor come over and we would just play this all night long and we sucked at it, but it was so much fun to just try and succeed. And some of these races were so difficult, but this is a really good racing title if you're looking for something off the beaten path. As far as I know, all the ATV Off-Road Fury games are about this caliber, so I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't. On the opposite end of the spectrum of racing is Corvette. This game, you can get it for like $3. I mean, it's a racer, but I mean, it's not the best thing that you can buy. I would recommend staying away from this game, just simply because it's not anything special. I mean, you're better off buying Gran Turismo 3 or 4, and you can get that for about the same price. We got Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Excellent game. Obviously, an extension of the PS1 series. I know it's not as good as the PS1 games. However, for a PS2 game that was pretty early, this is 2001, so it was about when it was released. This was really good. I really enjoyed, and I loved platformers, and I still do, just not to the same extent, but definitely worth a pickup for the PS2 if you see it for cheap. Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance Greatest Hits Edition. My dad played through this. I didn't really play through it much. I know it's kind of RPG-like, but it just looked really primitive, and I didn't think that I would really enjoy it, so I haven't sat down and played it. I might play it sometime soon, but I'm not sure. Next, we've got Dark Cloud. This is one of my favorite games on the PS2. It is just dungeon crawl, leveling up, just an excellent RPG, so well executed. This thing, I put so many hours into this. I've tried to beat it so many times. I love the disc on this. It's simple, but I just love it. And it's such a gratifying game. The story is excellent, even though there's no voices in the dialogue. I mean, it's such a cool concept, and it's so well done. And I absolutely love this game. Continuing on, Dark Cloud 2, obviously a sequel, but they changed the graphics around. They changed a lot of it around. I think they have voices. It was a bigger game, much bigger. It was a lot harder for me. It didn't hold my interest as well as the first one did. However, it's definitely a good game, and I mean, I don't know how cheap this is or how cheap Dark Cloud 1 is, but if you find it for a good price and you enjoy a good dungeon crawl, you like leveling up and grinding and everything, definitely pick these up. Definitely well worth your time. Well, Final Fantasy X, I can't say anything that hasn't been said. One of the best games ever made. My favorite Final Fantasy game, but I haven't played 7, 8, or 9 yet, so I can't really say, but as of yet, my favorite game out of the Final Fantasy series. Amazing storyline, amazing battle system. This thing just has everything. They did everything right, and for an early PS2 game, 2001, 2002, I mean, graphics are beautiful. If you haven't played this, you need to. Even if you're not a fan of RPGs, you just need to experience it. Next is Final Fantasy XII. I didn't like this as much as 10, but I liked it a lot. I almost finished it. I got pretty close to the end. I got stuck somewhere. I don't remember. But, and I just never went back to finish it. But, this game, I put so many hours into this game, and it was such a gratifying experience. I played this on vacation. Like, my entire family video games, and we brought a couple systems with us. And we went to the Outer Banks when it was cold, and when I didn't feel like going outside, I plugged this in to my PS2 and just played. It was just it's such a good game. Next, we've got a game called Freakstyle. It's a motocross game, as you can expect. It's okay. It's entertaining, at least. It's nothing special. I didn't mind playing it for a while. It had some interesting twists to the motocross style racing, but I wouldn't go back and play it for completion. I might just play a couple races for the heck of it. Next game is Gladius. I picked this up a while ago. You can see it in my first pickup video. I haven't played it yet. I don't know. I just haven't been in the mood for an RPG lately, so I haven't really picked it up. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. I absolutely love this game as well. My roommate and I started over from scratch at like the beginning of the year, and we worked on this up until Christmas time, and we got about 75% of the way through, and we got like F1 cars already, and just we've done almost everything except for the endurance races. And I mean, it was just so much fun, even though it's monotonous, it's racing, but I mean, it's racing at its finest. Here we go. My favorite series of games, one of them at least, Guitar Hero. My brother got this for Christmas when it came out, and we played it. My entire family tried it on easy, and we all sucked. And I eventually worked my way up to expert by the time Guitar Hero 2 came out, and I've been playing expert ever since. And this game started the music game revolution that we have now, and it's definitely a humble looking game, but it is so much fun. I definitely recommend, if you haven't played anything before Guitar Hero 3, pick up Guitar Hero 1 and 2. You can get them for dirt cheap now. You can get a guitar for like $2 at a yard sale, and you can play this game for hours. Obviously, next in line, Guitar Hero 2. This is my favorite Guitar Hero game to date. Rock Band 2 is my favorite next-gen rhythm game. This is my favorite previous gen. They just got everything right. They had great songs. Most of the covers were excellent. There was a good mix of challenging and easy, but still very fun all the way through. And I 5-starred this entire game on Expert. It took a long time, and 6 and Carry Me Home were the last ones that I got, but I finally got there. And it was just, I absolutely love playing this game. And then Guitar Hero 80s, rocks the 80s. I liked this game when it first came out. I really did. I played it. I didn't go to my grandma's house. We used to go to my grandparents' house every Tuesday, and this came out on a Tuesday. And I stayed home to play this, and I went all the way through and started getting full combos and everything. And I think I was in like the top 10 score-wise on a couple songs at one point, but the lack of songs, the lack of difference from Guitar Hero 2, the quality of the songs really just kind of threw me off. I didn't really enjoy playing it as much, and it just kind of lost its magic, I guess, after a while. I mean, there's still some good songs to play on it, but I would never just plug that in and instead of Guitar Hero 2. God of War 1, God of War 2. I mean, these are just unbelievable games. I've also got the God of War. Oh, it's not out here, but I have the God of War 1 and 2 combo pack for PS3, and I mean, hack and slash at its best, and gory and bloody and violent and nudity and everything. I mean, this is definitely one of the most mature games that I can think of that I've ever played, but I really enjoy this kind of game. Definitely worth a pickup, definitely worth a playthrough if you haven't. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. This is a great platformer. It's kind of overshadowed by its the last two games, Jak 2 and Jak 3, but I think this is where the series should have stayed. This formula just was so good. It felt like it's done by the same people that did Crash Bandicoot. And just, I mean, Naughty Dog puts out such great games. They kind of moved it to more of a shooter kind of thing for the last two games, but if they would have kept this, I think they probably would have seen less success, but I would have enjoyed the games a lot more. This is my favorite out of the series by far.